NBA fights explained in this whole goddamn. I always been wanting to see for what this shit was talking about for, so we ain't finna waste no time, goddamn. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, goddamn. Drop a comment what y'all want to see next. I'ma keep eating my chicken on. Goddamn. Let's get it, man. Put.
Okay. There's a lot going on.
Hold on.
All right, so we got to talk about it. We recently saw what happened with Draymond and the chokehold.
Man.
Right? It's just been a lot of tension around the league. We saw AD in Memphis get into it. Obviously, the Warriors and Timberwolves.
Yeah.
Like, what? Like, yo, it seems like
we got a lot
something in the world,
podcast
goddamn. Everybody just
association,
trying to bump this
cast
shit.
members that's getting
What going on, huh?
We got what? Clay.
Draymond.
Who was the other one?
Y'all want
the guy that got into it with Clay was McDaniels, who we've done already at PG.
Hey, okay.
There's a lot going on. And I think, I don't think it was the in-season tournament. I don't know. It's just been a heightened.
Yeah.
It's been a lot of
good energy.
Good energy.
A lot.
I think
everybody wants that 500. They want that 500.
They definitely do.
But where in the history of basketball, a minute and 30 seconds in the game,
right? 0-0,
and you. What?
Yeah.
What was that all about?
That play.
He obviously don't like it, man.
I still don't understand. I seen Clay. I don't know if his hand hit the dude neck when he boxing him out, or he hit his chest. I don't know.
Well,
watch it.
It looked like all right. So Clay boxing him out, right? But it looked like if I'm doing a scout, I haven't watched a ton of Minnesota games. But like, say in a certain situation, all right, McDaniels is a crash the rim guy, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it looked like Clay had the approach of like, all right, nah, you're not
gotta
crashing.
find a body.
Yeah, find a body. He might have gave him a little shook.
Right.
Clay grabbed a little jersey.
That made him boom.
Yeah, like, hold up, you're not crashing on this one. Youngin didn't like it. Get your hands off.
Yeah, the grab came.
And then that's when you do that, like, hold on, what you doing? You all right? You good?
Right.
You know what I mean? Check the temperature a little bit. Like, you good? You straight? Like,
He almost threw him.
Get your hands off.
I can't believe no one fell. I was
so happy nobody
the
fell.
balance on both of their parts. It was like
swinging, like.
You better not be touching me, period.
After all of that, it's two people I did right away.
Yeah. Who?
Okay. They
We forgot Cat.
Yeah, Cat was in
Cat
there.
didn't do a mother.
Yeah, that's the
Cat was this. But he right next to Draymond where he could have did this to Draymond.
Yeah.
He could have gave Draymond back.
Yeah.
He just did this.
I get. All right. So in defense to
He choking your
Draymond,
man's out.
in defense to Draymond in that moment, right? It is. If I'm Draymond and I'm watching what's going on, the cardinal rule is like, two players get into it, go check your teammate. Like, go grab your teammate. Don't grab my teammate.
Oh God, you wanted that to crash out just cause it's a crazy thing on the court.
Don't wrap your arms around my teammate.
The fuck? Oh man, no type of shit, goddamn. Drop in the comment if that makes sense for yes or no. Oh
I
God.
can't defend myself. Like, go calm your teammate out.
See, Draymond seemed like, I don't like you.
Hey, I can't speak for
Because the
another
way
man.
it was under.
And he had to.
It was UFC.
Yeah.
It was about to be a countdown.
He was
talking to him, bro.
He was literally like, motherfucker, fuck you, I'll beat your motherfucker around.
Hey, it was rude.
It was all. It was like as tall as he was.
He jollied them, didn't he?
Dude,
He Melvin them.
I tell you, he definitely gonna go down in history as the biggest highlights of altercations in the NBA. I don't care. He's going down as the greatest. And
Do y'all think the 5-game suspension was?
I love Draymond.
Yeah, I think that's
family,
fair.
But I think it's fair.
fair.
I think it's fair because he's at a point in the age now where he needs to stop doing that shit. It's just real. I'm just being honest. Draymond make too much money, and I love him. He has game. He's a smart man, and he knows at the end of the day what can happen if you do something.
He might have took it too far. But
I just think it's
again, I understand the action behind it, right? Like he could have grabbed him from the waist. He could have grabbed him, like, you know, bear hugged him.
Yeah.
Like, go check your teammate.
Yeah.
So the choke out. And we got to hear from Rudy. Like, Rudy could have been like, yeah, he didn't really choke me that hard. Like, you know what I mean? We could have just had my neck. Like, we don't know.
It looked
we
like
don't know how.
You told the fuck out that nigga ass, boy. I'm
He was sitting there
crying.
like just putting his hands up. I guess that's how you get out of like a rear naked chokehold. It's like you're supposed to fall straight down. So I was wondering if he was like actually trying to get out of it, or he would
have like some UFC shit.
But
I ain't messing with.
now what you think about though? Even though we still talking about that, but what about him and Anthony Edwards?
Yeah, I think the whole thing was a lot of pin-up, like, because they just played each other, and him and Draymond, Anthony Edwards and Draymond had some back and forth, and I kind of like the rivalry that's kind of, you know, growing there.
You mad because I found you? Yeah, you gonna do? Man, you mad because I found you? What
Anybody worry about you, bro.
P, but would you say that's like one of the unwritten rules? Like, if there's a scuffle or a fight, the teammate you're responsible to go get your teammate?
To go get your teammate. Like, don't put your hands on my teammate. Like, if it's a scuffle, all right, go grab him. Like, don't grab me. You know what I mean? Like, that's an unwritten rule. Like, and that's what you know, I think that's what Draymond acted on. He saw, and I thought it was overreacted a little bit. I didn't think Rudy like grabbed Clay hard enough for that response to be, let me go, you know, grab Rudy back. But when I wasn't in that moment, you know what I mean? I always put myself in people's shoes of why they react a certain way. And in that moment, I could see Draymond be like, hey, you ain't gonna, like, go check your teammate, not mine.
So if you see Reggie Jackson coming over and just has Kawhi in like a chokehold, what do you do?
Get off, bud. Get off, bud.
Did you see what Pat said? I know Pat is so funny, but he was basically just saying he was disappointed in Cat because him and Anthony Edwards were just kind of watching him and just kind of like, and I feel bad for Rudy because he kind of, I mean, not only did he get choked out, but now, you know, there's some speculation. What Pat was saying is like, man, look kind of like you don't got your teammates back. Like, if I'm Rudy now, I'm like, bro, like, if you're Rudy and if you're getting choked out and none of your teammates really come over there to help you, like, you're gonna be a little.
Are these guys right?
You're gonna be thinking a little bit.
Yeah. No, I mean that's fair. But I mean, like, let's be honest. Like, dudes ain't fighting in the league. Like, if anywhere else,
Don't say that. Draymond fights.
anywhere,
Don't do that.
that wasn't a fight.
We see what he did.
He's down to fight. We know
That shit wasn't no goddamn fight, man.
Draymond is down to fight, but in that situation, like, guys aren't fighting on that stage.
Nah, you right.
You know what I mean? In an NBA game, that hasn't happened in a very long time. Where real punches were thrown, probably since
Ron Artest.
No.
Probably since the CP Rondo situation. But even up to that point, I mean, guys haven't really been throwing hands like that.
Look how he did put his eye off in his face.
Rondo.
Do you think they'll have a conversation? Like, is it I wonder what that conversation is, because they're gonna talk about it. Like, what does Kat say to Rudy? Like, bro, I didn't think he was choking you that bad, bro. Like, what are you? And then, bro, there's paintings of this image now.
Yeah.
Like, it's going crazy.
It's a monumental moment for sure. It's a monumental moment for sure.
Draymond. I loved it personally. I thought because he was protecting his teammate.
He
You know
no
how
longer
they,
the
you know,
two
they're
niggas.
Like, Draymond's the enforcer. You going forward, like.
Okay, hold on, wait.
We're talking about it from the Timberwolves standpoint. Well, from the Warriors standpoint, you like, all right, he riding for me.
Got my back.
Yeah, he's got my back. Like, that's gonna up my aggression.
You know, Clay.
That's gonna up.
Thanks, brother.
That's what I'm saying. That's gonna up everybody else's aggression. You know what I mean? Like, knowing Draymond is the backbone. He's the enforcer. He's the, you know, he's the protector. Like, that's big bro. Like, you got a problem with me, big bro. I felt that same way with D West, bro. Like, no lie. It made, like, being a young guy, having an enforcer like that, it made me feel like a bully. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
It makes you feel
it made me feel like a bully. Like now, like I know if I'm not, like, any confrontation, I'm not the only one that you gotta have a problem with now.
So with that said, when you got a homie that you cool with, he on your team, or maybe the other team, How do the P handle that right there?
It's a thin line. It's a thin line, right?
Tell me, but you remember when you was in Indy
Yeah.
and your boy got into it.
Lance was in that situation.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And your boy that you played with now was on that team too. PJ Tuck.
Yeah.
Come on, tell me what you do, P. How do you handle this type of stuff?
I mean, it's case by case. Like, at the end of the day, it's a thin line, right? Because you don't want to sacrifice getting ejected and then now, like, we just forfeiting the loss. You know what I mean? So it's a thin line, like, of being smart, but then, like, toting that line of, like, all right, making sure my teammate know I'm going to ride for him and I'm going to have his back at the same time. So, I mean, it's a tough situation. Like, that's a tough situation. Cat could have very well reacted a different way.
Yep.
Timberwolves, I believe, won that game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they did.
Cat could have acted a certain way. Now he's thrown out the game as well. Now Timberwolves get smacked that night. You know what I mean? And that was an in-season tournament game. You know what I mean? So like that's a big loss.
I seen Steph Curry he didn't play that game.
Steph
right?
didn't play that game, right?
He didn't even play. So that was
yeah, it's a tough situation. Last situation, I mean, I think I was in that, you know, scuffle to like, you know, separate the two. Make sure I grabbed Lance. We got Lance up out of there. Both sides parted, and we was good. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I seen it.
Yeah,
But
Lance
his was after the game.
Yeah, like you were still trying to do something though, P, a little bit. Like you were looking. I seen you.
I mean, I'm alright. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but Lance and Clay are two different people. Like, you know what I mean? You know, Lance kind of like wants that confrontation. And Clay's just out there. Clay's not trying to play dirty or do something that's going to provoke a fight or something like that.
Right.
But
and I'm sure Clay's statement will be like, you know, I should have, you know, I should have been took the bigger road or the higher road.
I messaged him because I wanted to have like, you know, be like a baby Shams or something like that, like a baby Woj and drop a bomb today, but he didn't get back to me. So Clay, thanks for nothing. Look, the NBA season is here, and Prize Picks has got you covered when it comes to making some money.
Prize Picks is a daily fantasy app where you can select 2 or more players, pick more or less on their projected stats, and turn $25 into $250. Prize Picks is really simple to play.
Whoa, 25 into 250.
So
Oh
make
my
sure
God.
you guys visit prizepicks.com/podcastp and use our promo code podcastp for a first-time deposit.
Man, they
match
eat
up
for
to
this
$100.
video, fool. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe. Drop a comment what y'all want to see next, man. We'll see y'all in the next video, son. Ooh. Excuse me. Big brother.